if you're on this, you're here to listen about opportunity, a way to master multiple streams of income, not only online but offline. And the person that is about to speak needs no introduction, but I'm going to introduce him anyway because I feel it's needed. He is a master in his own right, a doctor to the doctors, and someone who has built success for over a couple of decades. Let's just say that, and he's still young, still thriving, and still striving to be the best. Not only he can be, but the best for his family. And that's something that I really aspire to, and I'm glad to have him as an example, just to not only to see but to learn from. And I want Dr. Bob can share a bit more about himself, but I would just want to introduce you guys to the man, the myth, the legend, Dr. Bob Rakowski.
Well, Devon, I am profoundly grateful for you. I'm honored to be working with you. Birds of a feather flock together. You know, you have an extreme passion for making our wonderful world better. And you know what? Together, everyone achieves more. So little background on me. I have been in clinical practice now 31 years. I've worked with world champion athletes from every major professional sport. I've also seen the other end of the spectrum, you know, people that were sent home to die. And very, very fortunately, when we tapped into the healing potential of their body with natural remedies, functional medicine, and sometimes a blend of medicine, some of these people are alive decades later and thriving. I have taught doctors all over the world. And, you know, my ultimate passion is health, happiness, and success. And I enjoy my beautiful and expanding family. 3 beautiful grandchildren, a beautiful wife, 3 kids. And you know what? We're just getting started. So, you know, every once in a while, life throws you a curveball. And sometimes, you know, something seems pretty harsh, but yet it leads you in a better direction. And I tell people if I saw a shark in the water, you know, I might be frightened for a moment, but then it's either going to swim away or I'll be lunch and game over. But I had something much scarier than that. I had a shoulder injury. I had an x-ray taken and I got an x-ray report. And really, the only words that I saw on that report were the words bone scan. And so if you see the words bone scan recommended, you know that the doctor is actually looking for metastatic cancer. I would have thought that would have been an impossibility with me because I've been, you know, a health advocate for decades. But nonetheless, I lost my best friend to cancer. He had a skin cancer, a melanoma. By the time of diagnosis, it had already spread through his body and brain. And that was not a good finish for him. So, you know, I had time between that x-ray and the follow-up MRI. I did the MRI rather than the bone scan. Thank God it turned out to be just a surgical artifact that they were seeing. But I remember the wisdom, your network is your net worth. And so why was I thinking about this? Well, what am I going to do if I have a short time to live? How am I going to take care of my family? You know, no one could really run my practice. They couldn't take over the lecture circuit. But if I built a network, that network could outlive me. So my question is, are you open to this concept working for you? Because if you are, we've got something really, really phenomenal. You know, if we just look at the last couple of years, if I were to ask the question, do you think people are more or less interested in both health and wealth, and certainly proactive about both? And I think if you ask 100 people, we'd probably get close to 100% response rate. No, I'm more interested in my personal health. I'm more interested in my personal wealth. So we look at 2020 in the US, 70 million Americans had what they call side hustles. They call it the gig economy. That's about nearly half of the working population. And I wonder if the other half really wished when 2020 came around that they had something else to rely on, because reality is a lot of people experienced a lot of financial distress. So there's a lot of different things that people can do. I'm going to focus on the 10% here, something called MLM marketing, multi-level marketing, because I think this has some phenomenal advantages. So network marketing has been around for over 75 years. It's active in over 100 countries. It does over 200 billion in annual sales. So here's the deal. It's in a lot of places. It's here to stay. And it is a very, very lucrative profession. Some people may know about affiliate marketing. And, you know, if we compare the two, affiliate marketing, you basically join a program, promote the products, track the sales, and then you earn commissions. So how is that different from network marketing? So consider that you get commissions on sales that you personally create, as opposed to getting paid on commissions that you create, or if you choose to build a team, and commissions on the sales the team makes. You get paid one level only. There's usually not repeat sales. And if you can, spend money on training, well, okay, all the better for it. You can get paid up to 9 levels of team sales for us, repeat sales. And we're going to talk about our primary product being coffee and tea. I don't know if you ever know anybody that only drinks 1 cup of coffee in their lifetime, but here's the deal. Most people drink it every day, multiple times, never need to be reminded, never plan to quit. And we have a better product, by the way. And built-in mentoring is right there. So, I'm honored to work with Devon, but here's a fact. I am his mentor. I'm honored to do it. We work together. We make the world better. And how much does he pay me? He gives me a smile and a compliment now and then, but he doesn't even have to do that because we are a team and we like making the world better. So I like to learn from successful people. Grant Cardone was featured in Undercover Billionaire and basically had 90 days to create a $1 million business, which he did. And he said, if you're going to do that, you're going to want to partner with a successful company with proven products. And he said, you know what, if I were 20 again, I would do network marketing. And he gave 7 reasons. But quite simply, this is a way where you can get started for almost nothing, connect with people that are profoundly successful, and create a global business that can pay in ways that are very, very hard to match in other ways. Now, if you're going to start a new business, I might ask, would you rather try to sell somebody on a new product, new service, new idea, or would you rather offer them a better option to something that they're already doing? And how about something that they're doing multiple times a day, every day, never needing to be reminded, never planning to quit? And that's why coffee, better coffee, is our flagship product. So the company Organo has been around now for 14 years. This is a picture of their corporate headquarters in Vancouver, British Columbia. They started with coffee and tea and they expanded from there, but they are a global success and getting better and stronger by the day. So they started out with making health both easy and delicious, and they evolved to an ecosystem of health, wealth, beauty, and paradise. What do they mean by the term ecosystem? Well, literally everybody that has anything to do with Organo at all benefits. And we're a green company, a zero carbon company, a recycling company. And everybody that has anything to do with us is going to benefit in as many ways as they want possible, but absolutely nobody loses. We're currently in 40 countries and expanding, and they crossed their first billion in sales with this question. Do you know anyone who drinks coffee or tea at least occasionally? And I would say if you don't know someone who does at least occasionally, I don't know where you're living or who you're talking to, but this is nearly the entire world. And I like to follow up that question with, by the way, if you know someone, I've invested in a healthier gourmet coffee and tea company. And I'd love to gift you some samples. And if you like them, I'd love to earn your business. Now, with that strategy, just that simple strategy, it could be an in-person conversation. It could be an email. It could be a text message. It could be Facebook. It could be Instagram. It could be TikTok. This has led to our personal team having done over $36 million in sales. And here's what I can tell you. Even though I had a great life and lucrative businesses, this business creates more leverage than anything I've ever seen, is so wonderfully good for the planet and my family that I continue to put some effort into it every single day. Why? Because I love it. I love what it does. And I love the benefits of it. So you look at the world coffee map and you can find it a lot of different ways, but here's a fact. Billions, that's what the B, billions of cups of coffee are consumed every day. Billions of cups of tea are consumed every day. And those are our flagship products. So question number 1, do you know anybody that drinks coffee or tea at least occasionally? Yeah, we all do. How about this? Do you know anybody that wants to lose weight drinking dessert? Now, think about that for a moment. Would that be a tough question for most people to answer? And the answer is no. If I could drink dessert and lose weight, I'd be at it. I'm not out to lose weight. I'm actually enjoying putting on muscle and training and things like that. Super high quality protein, grass-fed organic whey within this shake. So you can gain muscle, you can lose fat, you can do a little bit of both. And I love this story of Frank. Now, he was a skeptic when he was introduced to the shake by his ex-wife, but within 10 months lost 100 pounds. And on stage here, he was telling the world, you know what, this is too good not to share. I want to teach the whole world about this. So there are absolutely amazing blood sugar benefits to Ganoderma, and even our products like latte and mocha and hot chocolate for kids. And we live in this interesting world. We can't make health claims, so I won't, but I always encourage my patients, check your blood sugar before and after. And even my diabetic patients will say, you know what, these amazing gourmet desserts have about a similar effect on my blood sugar to something like broccoli and chicken. So I'm going to encourage you, if you want to try our products, you want to test your blood sugar before and after, I think you're going to be pleasantly surprised. And by the way, if you look up Ganoderma on pubmed.gov, that's the National Library of Medicine, National Institutes of Health database, you're going to find out 132 studies on Ganoderma and diabetes. And notice this first one that came up in my search, preventive and therapeutic effects of Ganoderma on diabetes. So can you be a therapy? Well, this one says you can. Can you prevent it? This one says you can. And what I've seen in my patients is really, really good blood sugar responses. So how about this? Do you know anybody that wants beautiful confidence? Now, I know that beautiful isn't spelled the typical way that it is, but our skincare line, all organic, amazingly clean and healthy, is entitled or named BU. Now, what's the importance of this? Well, if you come to realize that there are a lot of toxins in beauty products, you might want to be a little more selective about what you put on your skin or your family's skin. And within that documentary, they talk about 88 different chemicals that are linked to cancer, birth defects, reproductive harm, and things that you don't want that are all legal in cosmetics. So, you know, be a little bit diligent about what you put on your skin, because understand, once it's on your skin, it's going to get in your body. So think of things like hormone patches, nicotine patches, things like this. So here's your choice. Would you prefer something toxic that could poison you and have these ill effects, or something that was profoundly nourishing, healthy, and worked wonderfully for your beautiful skin? 4 amazing products: jojoba cream, manuka honey cleanser, bee venom anti-wrinkle cream, and then a retinol serum to moisturize your skin. How about this? If you're going to travel, would you like to go to luxury locations at up to 80% off? Organo owns a travel company called Travala with over 100,000 resort locations around the world. And by the way, you can even have your own travel concierge that can take care of your entire itinerary as just a membership perk. And I like this question, you know, what if your brain came with a software update? Well, most of us realize that we don't, but could we create our own? And the answer is absolutely you can. So Organo has partnered with a company called NeuroTracker that's been around for over 20 years, over 50 published medical studies. The company's catchphrase is a better brain in 90 minutes. And literally 6 minutes a day, 3 times a week over the course of 5 weeks creates a documented better brain in every demographic. So as our leaders say, it doesn't matter if you're a child who's age 6 or 106, you can create a better brain. By the way, there's a professional athlete watching this screen. Why? Because it's big in professional athletes, big business, military special operations, medical clinics, and now you can get a better brain out of your own home. I happen to like testimonials. So Carol Sarah, in fact, I just saw her today as a patient, an absolutely beautiful, vibrant, amazing 77-year-old woman. There she is with her husband, Gene. And she, you know, about 2 years ago came up to me and said, you know, Dr. Bob, I'm a little worried about my memory. I seem to be losing my keys a little more, maybe forgetting things, you know, losing words in the middle of a sentence. Do you have any suggestions? Well, with the combination of NeuroTracker and Ganoderma in her favorite coffee and tea, she noticed amazing changes in her brain, but not just her brain, not just her memory, not just her recall, but she said even her physical balance improved. So what does Organo offer? Time freedom, money freedom, location freedom, more health, beautiful confidence, enhanced cognition, and all those things together could potentially create total freedom. So I'm going to talk about the business for a little bit. If you look at sages of wisdom like Warren Buffett, He says, if you're going to look at a business, you want to look at the products, you want to look at the company, you want to look at the money, you want to look at the support, you want to look at the timing. I went through our products. We have patented competitive advantages. We have an amazing array of products, literally something for everybody. Company 14 years in business. And guess what? Most companies don't make it anywhere near that far. And so, I think they say it's a 10% probability, or sorry, a 4% probability if you start a business tomorrow, that'll still be in business 10 years from now. Well, Organo's done that. 14th year, 40 countries. Money, what would it take to start a business like this? Well, I'll tell you what, if you started from scratch, probably a small fortune, probably a lot of blood, sweat, and tears. But just for a few more days, Organo has a special where you can join the team, join the company, join the business for $20.22. After April 15, it goes up to $49.95. That's what it costs you to join our business. And then, of course, you purchase the products that you want to go into business with. What about support? Support like this: Zooms multiple times every week, Facebook groups, three-way calls, messages, a company that takes care of everything globally with an amazing team. And then we look at the timing. Are people more or less interested in health or wealth and personal advancement in both? I think this may be the best time in human history ever for people to be in business for themselves. Eric Worre is one of my mentors. He's a phenomenal success in network marketing. Now he trains people all over the world, but he talks about 7 skills to become a network marketing professional. And he says, as learnable as these skills are, they are the most profitable for the amount of effort that it takes to learn. So, think about trying to learn to be a neurosurgeon. From the time you start that process to the time you're actually a licensed, practicing, amazing neurosurgeon, I think they say that's something like 18 to 19 years. And then what are you looking forward to? Well, having someone on the table that their life is probably in your hands. You might be on call, 7 days a week. And keep in mind that if you learn these skills, there are a bunch of people all over the world that are earning neurosurgeon type money. So, can you learn to talk to people, invite them to look at new information, share products with them? If you can, that's a great start towards building your team. I like the title of this book, Royalty Income, The Business of Getting Paid More Than Once. So I want you to think about that. Do you know anybody that, is a coffee drinker that says, I'm going to have one coffee and that's it for the rest of my life? And the answer is absolutely not. We already talked about that. A couple billion cups a day, but here in North America, 3.3 cups a day is the average. So you multiply that by 365 days a year, that's over 1,200 cups a year. And I'll tell you what, I shared this coffee with people a decade ago. And if they're average coffee drinkers, that means I've already been paid 12,000 times. So imagine, do the work once, get paid 12,000 times, or do the work once, get paid once. Now, that might be the difference between your job, a contract, a gig, affiliate marketing, and network marketing. Do the work once, get paid more than once, not just on your efforts, but on the team that you build and support. Just a simple math, if you were to get 10 customers, average customers drinking our premium black coffee, that would get you more money every single month than a typical Uber driver. And guess what? Uber driver does the work once, gets paid once. You do the work once, get paid every time they drink a cup of coffee. Warren Buffett says this: whenever he's going to invest in a company, he looks for durable competitive advantage. Well, we've got it. We've got patented processes that make our products unique, I will say superior and uncopyable. And that has put Organo in a position to really dominate the network marketing space. So anybody that joins network marketing can build a team. And this is kind of a graphic of Eric Worre's progression, the mentor that I showed the picture of before. So he joined at age 23. He said he was a chronic underachiever, but he said, you know what? I don't like school. I don't feel particularly inclined for it, but I know there's money in this. I can learn the skills. I'm going to do it. And he says his first 4 years, he floundered around. He didn't have success. He didn't learn the skills, but then he put it all together. And 7 years later, a team of over 10,000 people all over the world. So let's do a little simple math. If you work 1 hour today, and let's say you're getting paid for that 1 hour, you get paid for an hour. But what if you built a team of 10,000 and they all worked an hour today? 10,000 hours? Do you know how many hours that is of effort? If you work 40 hours a week, 50 weeks a year, that's 2,000 hours. So 10,000 people put in an hour a day. That's 5 years of full-time effort of your effort every single day. And understand that time is our most precious resource. And I'll go back to Warren Buffett. He says, if you don't find a way to make money while you sleep, you will work until you die. You look at that global coffee map, we have teams all over the world. And so that means when I'm going to sleep, people are waking up and drinking coffee. When they're going to sleep, we're waking up and drinking coffee. So we figured it out. We know how to make money while we sleep. Organo has what they call a global growth bonus. And when you get started, if you want to start fast, you can earn up to an extra $9,000 in your first 90 days. And that's what this is all about. We've got great products to share and great methods to share them. If you want to share, let's grow. In Houston this last week, these people were honored on stage as all global growth winners. And by the way, you'll notice we'll have a number of different demographics. So we've got men, we've got women. This gentleman's 20. I don't know how old this gentleman is, but he's not 20. And what we find out is it doesn't matter your age, it doesn't matter your gender, it doesn't matter your background. This guy had no background. You can share a cup of coffee. You can build a team. So I'll ask this question again. Do you know anyone who's more interested in their personal health or wealth? Do you think they might want to partner with us? Do you think they want to make the world better? And if they do, we've got something for them. So our cost, for a short period of time, $20.22 for a membership, and then products of your choice. And then the company says, you know what? We've got some preset packs if you want to accelerate your earnings. A bronze pack, $250 worth of product, pays more money in more ways than the membership. A silver pack, about $500, pays more money, more ways than the bronze pack. And then the gold pack, you could start out with the same earning numbers and ratio as me, who's been doing it for a decade with a very successful team, by investing about $1,200 in a gold pack. So I like to wrap up with these 4 questions. These are from James Allen's book, As a Man Thinketh. And by the way, here they are. So the first question is why? Why did you take the time to join us today? There's so many other things you could do. Well, the second question is the answer to the first. Why not? Why not make a better choice that can lead your body, mind, and spirit in a better direction? And that might just be better for the world. Next question is why not you? Someone's going to say this makes sense. And by the way, if it makes sense, it's probably going to make dollars. And let me tell you, it absolutely does. And here's the final question. Why not now? The longer you wait to act on information, the least likely you are to act on it. So here's your call to action. Whoever invited you to this Zoom, this Facebook viewing, or the replay, get back to them and say, you know what? I want some of this. I want some of the product. I want to build a team. I want your help. Let's get going. So with that said, I am going to stop this recording